Hey guys, good evening. It is John C. Morley here, serial entrepreneur. It has been a fun few days, as you guys know. I've been in this play, so it's been a little crazy. And I just want to thank you for your patience. We have been getting the episodes out, but they're getting out late, and I know that. Sorry about that, but it has been a little crazy. I've been working on this play for this charity, which just wrapped up actually this afternoon. We had our matinee performance. So thank you so much for that. And thank you for being with me. We're here again. This is March 3rd, another great subtopic from the master topic. But thank you for being here, whether you're at 9:30 p.m., 9:30 a.m., 3 a.m., 3 p.m., or maybe even just 4 a.m. or 4 p.m., whatever it is. Thank you so much for being here. I do appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. We know the master topic of the week is how to live a life with passion. We're on series 3, which means we're in the third year, show 10. And our granular topic for tonight is unleashing your passion. Embrace change and own your uniqueness. Series 3, show 10, episode 2. First thing to have a life with passion and live one is to slow down. You might have heard that phrase, slow down, you're moving too fast, and you got to make the morning last. Well, you see, when you slow down, you can embrace something called mindfulness, and you can savor present moments amidst life's hustle and bustle. This is why I love to do not just meditation, but I love to do mindful meditation. I got to tell you something, guys. Every single day, even with the hustle and bustle of the play and everything I was doing and the crazy hours, I still always did my mindful meditation. If I got home late at night, 1, 2 o'clock after a cast party, I still did my mindful meditation, or I got there early to practice and I did mindful meditation in my car before I actually went into get ready for mic checks. So again, slow down and know that you might be moving too fast. If you're moving too fast, then I think the biggest thing you have to realize is that you have the power to slow down. You have the power to slow down. So if you have the power to slow down, why not choose to actually slow down, right? Slowing down is not hard. It's just something some people just don't do. You can tap into the best version of yourself when you learn how to slow down. We can find the answers that we've been searching years for. It could be practicing yoga, like I do, mindful meditation, going to daily walks, setting aside time each day to meditate, like I told you. Slowing down allows us to quiet the outside voices and listen to the inner you. Basically, what they always used to say is to stop the chattering monkeys in your head so that you can just get the inner silence and the connection to the divine, into the world. So your body is very smart. Unfortunately, we're always rushing. We're always pushing it to do things. So slow down because you are moving too fast. So people always say to me, John, how do I know if I'm moving too fast in life? Well, I think the biggest thing I can say to that is the way you know that you are moving too fast. It's really, really simple. Maybe it could be things like pain you're noticing in your life. You're constantly checking in with each other on checks, and you just can't live without a text. You let yourself be overly vulnerable with certain people. You're spending more and more nights at a person's place. Now, this is just on the relationship end, right? But I'm just talking about moving. If you're moving too fast in life, let's say for setting your promises. How do you know? That you are just moving too fast in just general life? How do you know? Well, I think when we're going too fast, we feel like we're on a merry-go-round that we can't get off. We feel like nothing we're doing goes anywhere in our life, and that everything we do just sort of like doesn't go anywhere. So slowing down is important. If you don't slow down, you're going to burn out. We've talked about that before. You could do a mind sweep. Feel like there's too much on your plate and your head spinning, make a line for a blank sheet of paper and do a mind sweep. It's really simple to do. You basically get a pen and paper and you write down everything that's on your mind and every concern, every to-do, and get it out of your head and onto paper. It's helpful when everything feels like a swirling tornado, especially like during the play when we were getting ready to get going. In the earlier days of juggling both, let's say, maybe an earlier business or relationship, you'll see that a full time role with going around can be challenging, right? Even when you're having to check messages and get back with people. You can even do a calendar sleep when you feel like your head's spinning and you've got a lot of place to be. It's a good idea to move to head your calendar off and real examine, where's your time going? Like, what are you doing with your time? There are 5 different types of meetings you can have. You can have a first meeting. It's a meeting where you absolutely must attend, but they're mission critical. And you have to attend these, and you don't have any control over when they are or how long they are. Second meeting, you must attend in order to do your job, okay? And the ones that can't be delegated or outsourced. The third meeting is someone needs to attend, but it doesn't necessarily need to be you. The fourth meeting is that they're nice to have, but they're not necessary. And the fifth meeting, you just don't need to attend at all. Focus on one thing at a time. I know I've talked to teenagers, I've talked to other millennials, and they always seem to say, well, gee, I can do multiple things. Even like at this play, we had a lot of our techies, we call them the backstage techies, that were helping with moving sets and striking and things like that. They're like, one kid was reading a book and he was doing projector stuff all at the same time. And I think that's a problem. I know you might say, well, gee, they can do it. Yeah, they can do it, but I don't know if they're really doing it well. And research says that only 2.5% of people can multitask efficiently. 2.5%. Yeah. So maybe you're amazing, but the problem is you're still not going to be as efficient. Bouncing board between tasks is not great. There's this saying from the Navy SEALs that goes like this: slow is smooth and smooth is fast. Slow is smooth and smooth is fast. Which means that going slow and being deliberate helps you be more accurate with what you're doing. And that means fewer mistakes. So slow is smooth and smooth is fast. And maybe you'll think it's tough and you can't slow down, but be deliberate about it and practice. Make time to decompress your mind. Go for a quiet walk. Let that person inside you merge. You're not in a rush. Okay? You're not in a rush at all. But a lot of people want the answers like tomorrow. Like they just want everything tomorrow and they don't need to get it tomorrow. So you can also change your story. John, what the heck do you mean by changing your story? So learn how to rewrite the narrative of your life, letting go of limiting beliefs and embracing a new empowering story that propels you towards your dream. So people often ask me, John, how do we rewrite our life story so we get rid of, let's say, disbelief? How does that happen? Well, it's not something that happens overnight. So that's the first thing I want to share with all you guys. It's not going to happen overnight. The stories you tell yourself affect your health, your well-being, the relationships, the wealth, not only financially, but other ways in your life. And so realize that you are the writer of your novel, of your life. You're the director. Become aware of those stories you're telling yourself. Okay. How do you see yourself? Okay. Are you the hero of the story or the victim? What's your problem exactly? Are you solving it? Is the story helping me or is it hurting me? Is this a story I really want to tell? What would happen if I change the narrative? Separate your problems from your identity. That's really, really important. Choose a new narrative and start living that narrative. Don't compare your messy middle to someone else's glorious ending because you're still in creation. They were there once. Now you're there. So I always say we should compare ourselves to ourselves. How did we do last time this year? What are we doing this time of year? How is that different in our lives, right? And the last one is own your uniqueness. What the heck is this? Embrace your individuality, celebrate your quirks, and harness the strength of your authenticity to create a life that resonates with your true essence. Embark on a transformative journey. But you see, when people say to me, how do you own your own uniqueness? I think that gets confusing for some people. If I had to ask you that, how do you own your own uniqueness? So do you know why you're unique? Like, what's the reason you're so unique? Um, and how do I figure out what it is? You can ask your friends, your family, and why do they hang around you? Why do they like you so much? Which one of your characteristics or traits um, are you learning about from others that'll point it out to you? Write about things you love, not about things you have to. Notice what makes you feel authentic. Imagine your perfect work day, your perfect personal day. Communicate what you have to offer to the world. I think a lot of people get stuck in this head stuff. They get stuck. That's right. I said they get stuck in the head stuff. And they don't know how to get out. So get to know yourself. Know your strengths, know your weaknesses, your passions, your hobbies, your values, and even your triggers, so that you can actually decondition yourself and not be triggered when you don't want to be. Cultivate your passions. Join a club, engage with online forums, take a course, a workshop. Embrace those quirks, right? Don't take yourself too seriously. Express yourself. You can create other types of social media channels, etc. Be confident with who you are in your skin, in your body, in your clothes. Challenge conventions. You don't have to do it that way. Dress to impress. Take some risks in life. Practice kindness and empathy. Be authentic. And then you know what, ladies and gentlemen? Share that story with the world. That's right. I said share that story with the world. So embracing your individuality, celebrating your quirks, and harnessing the strength of your authenticity to create a life that resonates with your true essence. So people say to me, John, what is true essence? It's a good question. What is your true essence? Finding your essence is kind of like finding who you are as a person. It's your core nature. It's the heartbeat of what vibrates within you. It resonates through the cosmic universe, and then it just streams right down to you. It's about energy. It's about so many different things, but I think a lot of people don't take time to just disconnect from the world and connect with their inner self. Connect to your core self. Psychologists talk about this all the time. Write about yourself in terms of things like I am, words that describe me, I'm most afraid of, I value, my strengths are. What are your primary emotions? Explore them. Let yourself dream. Don't be afraid to do that. Listen to your inner voice. Notice when you shut yourself down. Notice when you're not giving yourself a chance to move forward in the world. Not because you can't, but because you're telling yourself you can't. Right? Typical routines in the day: get up in the morning, maybe eat breakfast, do a little exercise, go to work or school, lunch, read a chapter in a book, listen to some music, work on a hobby after work at 5, maybe have some dinner, relax, and bedtime. Now, that's just a basic thing, but a lot of people have more than that. And I think we are not always kind to ourselves because we expect to take on more than the body can handle right away. I'm not saying the body can't do it, but you gotta work up to it, right? Let me give an example. Did the Wright brothers, the Wright brothers, the Wright brothers, figure out how to make a plane fly right away? Or I should really ask a question: how many failures did the Wright brothers have when they built their plane? How many failures? Well, they failed a lot. The man-made flying machine. So the Wright brothers' careers as inventors started in 1899 when Wilbur started working on a way to bend the wings of a biplane in order to steer it. And many previous attempts started in 1896, and they failed. And Wilbur had always wanted to solve this problem. In 1899, the Wright brothers created a kite glider that demonstrated Wilbur's idea of bending the wings. It worked as a kite, but full-sized models that were human-controlled failed to live up to the brothers' expectations in their test flights. In 1902, third attempt at building a glider worked as designed, and they made over 700 successful flights with it. The following year, the Wright brothers added a small motor to the glider, and the first powered flight was a success, lasting 20 seconds and moving 120 feet. Doesn't sound like a lot, but trust me, they were really pleased with it. They flew the plane a total of 3 times on December 17th, 1903, with the longest flight covering 852 feet and lasting 59 seconds. You have to realize being up in the air is not a simple feat or simple task. So when we talk about, tonight we talked about passion, we talked about slowing down, smelling the roses, enjoying the box of chocolates, right? Change your story, change your narrative, change who you believe you are, and you'll become that. Own your uniqueness. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm John C. Morley, serial entrepreneur. It's been a privilege, been a pleasure, been an honor to be with you this fantastic evening Sunday here. I hope that you have a great kickoff of your week tomorrow. And check out all my amazing content. Scan the QR code, of course. Go to my hat's symbol that it's showing there, believemeachieve.com, or you can scan the QR code. Definitely be sure to like, love, and support all my great content. Especially be sure to follow me on TikTok so we can get over 1,000 followers and we can start streaming to TikTok as well. Thank you so much. And I can't wait, ladies and gentlemen, to share more with you about something that can change your life. What is that? How to live a life with passion. And we've got more ways to share with you about how to ignite that passion and get it to take you to your dreams. Have yourself an amazing evening, ladies and gentlemen, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow, all right? Be well, everyone, and take care.